there is a certain part of family business that is different from regular business. Family business is a beautiful thing, while ordinary business is a dynamic thing to make a profit. Family business always has an overall arch of, is this going to be good for the family and its development, in spite of whether it's a profitable thing or not.
I was born and raised in Kansas City, a member of an established family and a family company, which was started by my grandfather around the turn of the century. We began in the grain business. He was a grain trader, and then we moved into cereals and consumer food products. My brother, my father, his brother, my two cousins, and my own brother all worked in the firm. And basically, our family council centered around lunch at my grandparents' house every Sunday for the first 25 years of my life.
I grew up in the toy business. My grandfather started a housewares business selling really basically junk, mismatched pots and lids and that sort of thing. When he decided to retire to Florida, my father purchased the inventory from him. My father gradually sold off that inventory and transformed it into a toy business, which grew at its peak to 14 stores, including some in malls in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware region. My family business was a cliche in that we did not make it to the third generation. My father saw that the business was changing and he didn't like the direction that it was going, so he sold the business when I was in college.
When we transitioned from consulting towards publishing and information, then we developed the concept of being a family business, and he and I have worked together for 40 years, and it's been a great opportunity for me to develop professionally and personally, and we talked often about how we were going to sustain that through our own family, and able to bring in Caro and now Bill, and hopefully that will continue if they choose, if the generations choose to be in business with the people they're related to and the people that they love. And that's when it works, and it's worked for me for 40 years, it is a fantastic opportunity. As I mean, it's truly a blessing and truly something that I look forward to every single day. I've said this, what other job do you get to come every day looking forward to, being with and working with the people that you love. So it's for me, a family business, when it's working well, and ours has worked well, it is the best of all possibilities.
What I love is the opportunity to learn so much of life, not just different lines of business, but different ways in which families come together to combine love and work, different ways of involving the next generation, different ways of raising children, and how there are many different routes to success in all different walks of life. And that's really exciting, and I've learned so much and grown so much personally from editing this content.
I believe very strongly in what we are doing for the industry. So it gives me a great deal of pleasure to reach out to these family companies and work with them on it, encourage them to tell their stories, and I thoroughly enjoy the conferences.
I hope to be here when I'm 93, like my father, and to provide further guidance. And I think one of the great values, and I've seen this with Caro's father too, because you're in a family business, you never fully retire. And I think that keeps them in the game, keeps them young, keeps them their mind active, and keeps them engaged.
I think the most important thing is to recognize that even though you may be the patriarch, the world is changing. And you must recognize that your children and grandchildren, in order to be successful, must change with it. So although the purpose of the success of the business is the same, the method of getting there is going to be different. And you have to recognize that there are these differences are, even though you may not accept them or understand them, have to be there in order for the business to continue to be successful.